Welcome to today's show. I am the WyCo Nomad, and today we're going to be talking about a couple topics. One I want to talk about is how can we say the impending doom? Not really impending doom, but maybe the potential of bad things happening, and it's the hourglass has been flipped and it's getting closer and closer. And if we start looking at trends and what's going on, it may give us an indication that something big's coming. We don't know what, but something big is coming. And I know some on the other side, it's end times. No, I do not believe that. I do not believe we are in end times. Are we getting closer? Probably, but people have been saying that since essentially the resurrection. So, but not to go on that diatribe, we are going to continue and focus with what we can actually take from the news and what's going on. And many of you say, hey, he hasn't been around for a while with this stuff. You're right, because I've been filming some of the Bible stuff that's over in the first book, Genesis playlist. And that is, you're going to get that on this channel. You're going to get both Bible readings, my faith, and you're going to get your prepper, self-reliant stuff. That's what the channel's about, guys. And I was at 449. One of you bailed out. I get it. It's okay. I might have said, who knows? Or YouTube unsubscribed you. But essentially, I am 26 subscribers away from hitting 500. I am hoping to do that by the end of the year. Like, subscribe, share, get the word out. I'm just trying to get to 500. That is my goal for this year. I mean, not 10,000, just 500. That's all I want. Also, with that, let us continue. So, one of the topics I wanted to talk about was, if we look around, we're seeing, and there's an old saying, and I'm going to read it because I keep forgetting it. And what it is, hard times create strong men create good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. And I can hear some of you, yeah, that's it. And we're in those hard times right now, and it's making strong men. I don't know. That's a really nice saying. It really is. But I'm looking at New York, looking at you, New York City. You just elected an outspoken, essentially communist. I'm a social communist. Seattle, your mayor, communist. These hard times are creating essentially weaker people. It's not creating stronger people. As things get more and more difficult, we are seeing more and more people wanting things handed to them. They want it easier. They're tired of doing. A lot of people are really tired of all the things that stand between them and their paycheck, especially those that have paychecks. Because there are some that don't have paychecks. I'm not going to really talk about them. Take, for instance, Social Security, tax. Yes, I'm talking about the extortion. It's not even theft. It's extortion of taxes. Taxes are what you pay to be in a civilized society. If we were civilized, we wouldn't pay taxes. Taxes are a privilege. I don't think being extorted is a privilege. At least that's not how I look at it. But my roads. Have you seen the roads? It's not going to the roads. It's going to Ukraine. It's going to fund more wars. Let's build another military industrial complex. Let's make it bigger, better, badder than before. But people are, more and more people, I'm noticing, are getting tired of it. Now, that's especially in essentially Babylon, the bigger cities. Maybe not so much in rural America. living in rural America a few times, there is a different attitude. But guess what? You're outnumbered, rural America. The bigger cities are where the people are wanting the goodies. They want the free stuff. And it's not free stuff. It all comes at a cost. And you can say, it comes out of my tax dollars. It comes at a cost, period. Whether that be financial or emotional or just beating you down. So these hard times that we're coming out of, and they're still here, not much has gotten better. My paycheck is still smaller all around. We're not even going to talk into what my benefits package was done this year. Highway robbery. I'm sure some of you are feeling it too. Government shutdown. They got paid. Taxes still got pulled out. No, it was, let's see how we can make it inconvenient for the people so they turn against the person that we don't like even more. Essentially the longest shutdown that we've had. And guess what? They caved. Nothing got fixed. Nothing got changed. It was a potential for a big disaster. And I'm glad it didn't turn out the way that a lot of people were thinking. Because, I mean, I was expecting some shit. Didn't really happen. Good. I'm glad I was wrong on that. I really am. Now, more and more people, especially with the newer, younger generations and even the older generation. I mean, we can look at, boomers, Gen X, millennials, Z. A is not too much of a concern yet. Gen Alpha, they're still a little too young. Gen Alpha may actually be the fourth turning. We'll see. That's yet to be noticed. But these individuals, this generation now, generations, the I don't want to say the work ethic, because there's a lot of hard workers, but there's a lot that are sick and tired of the status quo. Wake up, go to work there, come home, go to sleep, come home, eat, shower, go to sleep, wake up, do it again. And then for the company to turn around later and just lay you off. There's no corporate loyalty. The corporations aren't loyal to the employees, and the employees aren't loyal to corporations, but yet the corporations will turn around and say, where's my loyalty? Meanwhile, I'm going to lay you off. Creation of more hard times. People that they're not getting tougher out of it. They're basically saying, if I'm paying for all this and all that, I want more handed to me. So it's interesting. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, you're the viewers. You're out there too. You see, I'm in a little bubble here. Sorry, my eyes itch really bad. I'm in a bubble here. I see what's in my area, my town, my city, my state, my region. What are you seeing on your end? This is where comments come in. Hey, no, I'm seeing a lot of people working hard. I'm seeing the same thing. They're just wanting more and more handed to them. Okay. The weird stuff, we'd like to look at our prepper novel, the EMP's coming, the zombie apocalypse, the super volcano zombies are coming, whatever that disaster, we can look at probably, I want to say, three main ones right now. World War III, the complete collapse of the United States Empire, and the grid. So we can see so much posturing and positioning from other countries between Ukraine, Russia, China, Venezuela, Middle Eastern New Jersey, Israel, and Iran. These countries. India, Pakistan, they're usually just kind of pissing each other off. That's, we currently have the United States government doing naval exercises off the coast of Venezuela, most likely, shooting small size watercraft. That's essentially, we're great at big crafts. We're exceptional at taking out larger targets, but the smaller little, we'll call them the drug boats, the little patrol vehicles, we haven't been that great at. And this is an opportunity, or we're using this opportunity to get our skills up in the event that go against China, the world's largest navy. We need quotes with that one. They're not a deep sea navy. They're off the coast. China does not have, I think maybe they have 1 or 2 ships that are actually deep sea worthy, if that, off the coast. China can do more damage here in other ways, a lot more. And it's not through their naval power. And most of their naval ships are basically freighters and stuff with, strap a howitzer on the front of a tugboat. It is what it is. So what would be China's focus to pull us into something? Taiwan? We keep hearing that. We're not hearing Taiwan and China too much anymore. But we're still watching Putin, or as they say in French, Poutine, because Putin in French, it's Poutine, because, look that French word up. Have fun with that one. So with Putin and Zelensky, just so you know, Zelensky has bought up, I think it is the largest ranch in Texas. The amount of acreage this man has just bought in the United States is quite shocking. Does that mean, is Zelensky going to pack up his shit real soon, move to the United States to avoid execution? Because is the Ukraine about ready to do a coup d'etat on him? Are the people of the Ukraine, or is Putin going to come in there? Yeah, that's interesting. So how close are we to something actually truly kicking off? 15 to 18 months maybe? Then with that, we have had 2 major cybersecurity incidences. Okay, we had the CrowdStrike failure that shut down airlines and stuff. That was, we'll get to some of the stuff behind it. It was a bad patch put in by an intern. Okay. And then we just had the one recently, and it escapes me. AWS, it was one of their servers. Oh, I should know this better because I'm in cybersecurity. So we had one of the AWS nodes go down due to a bad patch from an intern. I find it amazing that such corporations, CrowdStrike, Microsoft, AWS is Amazon, would allow a intern full access into the system to apply a patch. Don't worry, folks. It was just a patch. It was just a data outage. No data was leaked. And eventually, a month later, you hand out, over 35,000 email addresses and credit card numbers were found to be stolen during that power outage. Yeah. Do I think it was an intern that did a bad patch? No, I don't. No. That was a test. That was, let's see, backdoor in, 0 day, boom, 0 day exploit, all that good stuff. I don't know what kind of malware could have been pushed through. It's a virus, it's a malware. It's all encompassing. I'm not going to break down this into all the finer details of cybersecurity and what SOC analysts do and red team, blue team, purple team, and all that good stuff. IT's fun. So that shut down entertainment. Some banks were shut down. Some banks were affected on that. Couldn't move money around. Ooh, can't move money around. Money. So we also know about Stuxnet. Stuxnet essentially was us, folks. We did that. We created that malware, okay? And it was sent into Iran, and it shut down their nuclear facilities. And then China and Russia was like, oh, hey, yeah. And now this thing's everywhere. You take a little bit of code, you find out the code, you can turn out different code. That's how coding works. 0-day exploits. Yeah. Little bit of code just waiting and understanding how essentially it all works. Is there a persistent ongoing attack? Yes, it is a persistent attack. They're constantly bombarding every day. Boom, boom, boom. That's persistent. But when you have Fuzzy Bear, yes, that is the name of a Russian hacker group, Fuzzy Bear. There is also Toxic Kitten. Okay? The names are great. The United States power grid is going to be taken out by Fluffy Kitten. It's going to be taken out by the Teddy Bear Group. Okay? APT, Advanced Persistent Threat. APT 34? Or is it 36? 39. APT 39? I think that's out of Iran. North Korea, yes, guess what? Cyber attacks, they're getting better hackers. Are they using China or Russian technology? Who knows? But it's out there. And what was it? One of my favorite cybersecurity attacks, Estonia. This was back when George Bush Jr. was president. Russia attacked the country of Estonia with a cyber attack. They shut the entire country down. Banks, power grid, everything was shut down by Russian hackers. And Russia denied it for many, many years. It actually turned out that it was a assistant to one of their, we'll call it one of their senators. And then it finally came out, yeah, Russia shut down an entire country. You don't think that America, PCL controllers, our grid, our smart tools can't be shut off? Yeah, they can. So potential black swan event. World War III kicks in. During World War III, all of a sudden, let's turn off the internet. Let's just shut everything down. Imagine the hiccup that would cause. That's a problem. How do you prepare for that? I mean, I don't have all the answers. We've never faced anything like that. How do you prepare for it? Well, backup power. I say backup power generator, solar, gas, diesel, however, generator. You need to create your own electrons because you're not going to have access to your grid. Your Babylonian rectangle of death, the window to anxiety, your iPhone, your Android, your internet connection. Do you need those? Not really. Ham radios. Repeaters are eventually going to go down with no power. Generators can keep them going up. How are you going to cook food? Portable protein tank. The words, I can speak them. Little gas stove. I have a little single burner Coleman grill tabletop. I can take camping. I can use it on my porch. I can put it in my kitchen. Little Coleman butane thing. Boom, fire it out. Boom, I got fire. Now we're cooking with fire. It helps. Pots and pans. I got pots and pans. What do we have for food? Can't go to the grocery store. Can't move money. You see these things. Water. How are we going to get water? Do we have water stocked up? Do I have access to something that I can purify my water with? So in these events, we have to maintain a certain amount of, we could sit there, the 3 C's, combustion, cordage. I'm in my house. I don't really need cordage. I might, but it's not the top. Electrons, water, way to cook food, way to have heat. It's wintertime in North America and the United States. I mean, it got down to 42 degrees last night. That's not too cool. I'm from Wyoming. I was negative 32, negative 40, quite a few times. Here, coldest it's been so far, I think it was 40 degrees one night. We still got green leaves on the trees and everything. It's been raining for the last 7 days. Welcome to the PMW. So, get the electrons. Keep my food cold. Keep light. I got candles. Okay. So, electrons, water, way to cook food, have food, medical. Always going to need medical. It's the winter time. Cold and flu season. Have some basic medicals. Those are 5 things right there that are easily attained and easily stored. Should be working on them. There are other things. I got to have my security. Yeah, you should have security. That should not be your sole focus. If you have more guns than food, you have a problem. Seriously, I know some of you don't want to hear this. You should have more food than guns. You should. Unless you're stocking up an armory for your tribe. But you still should have more food than guns. So with that, let's move on to the next one. The collapse. I truly, truly believe that America is heading for a collapse. We are looking at a fundamental shift and change in the way that this country operates. New York City and Seattle are definitely indicators. What is going to happen during the next elections will definitely convince me of whether it's going to move slower or faster. Is America truly moving toward more of a socialist mentality? I mean, hell, our taxes are that about practically of a socialist nation. So we pay socialist taxes. Taxes, so many taxes. Elon doesn't pay. Elon doesn't have an income. That's why he doesn't get an income tax. Capital gains, different. He doesn't have an income. He doesn't get a paycheck. Income tax is based on your paycheck. But so many, this billionaire, that billionaire doesn't work. That billionaire collects dividends and all that horse shit. Let's have economics 101 class. 90% of you would probably fail, including me. So, we are taxed so much. And they keep going up. And I mean, $73 billion tax hike just in Washington state because Ferguson's a moron. Thought the last governor was bad. This guy's even worse. I still have no idea why Yah told me I need to move here, but I'm rolling with it. Other than that, I love it. It's beautiful. No problem. I haven't had any issues. I'm good. So, overtaxed, no benefits. And what's going to happen? Is Colorado's next governor going to be full-blown communist, such as, whatever the mayor of New York's name is, Muhudani or whatever, Katie Capshar, whatever the mayor of Seattle is. God, I want to say Katie Holmes, but it's not Katie Holmes. That's how much I care. That's how much I care about the mayor of Seattle. I don't live in Seattle or King County, so it really doesn't affect me, but it will eventually, I'm sure. What's going to happen to Colorado? What's going to happen to Texas, which is sort of becoming purple if you look at it? I know Texas is like, no, it's not. Watch carefully. What about California? When Newsom is gone, what's going to replace him? What's the new governor of New York going to look like? These are all indicators. Now our entire prepper fantasy of how the collapse is going to look with the EMP burst and all that totally changes. It's just a subtle change. More laws being added, more laws. And eventually they just say, well, we have to rewrite the Constitution because you have enough politicians that are socialist, communist, progressive, whatever name you want to call it, where they've pushed out Republicans and Democrats. Oh, no, not Democrats are Democrats, progressives are progressives. There is a split, and you need to learn it. Because not all Democrats are bad. Not all Republicans are good. Need to learn that too. So we get more progressive, socialist, communists. Maybe we'll get some more fascists in there. And I'm talking about real fascists. Not make-believe ones that people are like, well, he's a Nazi. No, he's not. Is he an idiot? Probably. I'm sorry, I think he's an idiot. I think he's done some stupid-ass things. But that's just me. The tangerine tyrant's going to do what tangerine tyrants do. And potatoes are going to do what potatoes do. So, what if we get enough progressives, communists, and socialists that are representatives, senators, governors? Could we have a new constitutional convention? You bet we could. We could easily just say, hey, we're going to have, and then they go through, don't need this, don't need that, don't need this, don't need that. You know what? Let's just burn this and start right. Let's write a brand new constitution where all guns are illegal by any citizen except for those that are under the control of the king. If the queen gives us permission, may we? If the king gives us, could that be on the way? Sure could. Is there going to be an uprising? There's going to be some struggles, but guess what? You might be outnumbered. People like free things. And don't say you don't like free things. If I was giving out free cupcakes, cherry cream cheese cupcakes, just baked them. No, nothing funny in them, just actual healthy, good, no, cupcakes. Got cupcakes. Free cupcake. You going to refuse to take that? No, you're not. You can virtue signal all you want, unless, you don't like cupcakes. Banana nut bread. If it's free, I'm not taking it. I don't like bananas. I'm allergic. So, cupcake. I ain't turning down free food. Hey, that's food. It's free. Nama, nama, nama. I would never take such a free thing. Okay, virtual signal. It's the same thing of what we got with Trump right now. Trump is toying with the idea of giving every American a tax dividend, a refund dividend, a stimulus check, $2,000 for each person. And I'm reading the comments. I would rather have it pay down the debt. Why? The debt's never getting paid down. The way the country's built is to run on debt. Virtue signal, but pat yourself on the back. You're going to give it back to the government. I don't want the government to have this money because they're going to do so much better. Okay, virtue signal much? If it really bothers you that bad to get a $2,000 check from the government, go down to your local food bank, go to your local grocery store and buy $2,000 worth of food, go down to the corner and give it to a homeless person so that they can eat, because the government's not helping the homeless person. You ask me, the government's causing more homelessness. But virtue signal all you want, that you want the government, who you know mishandles everything, to still hold on to that money that you were probably overtaxed with in the first place. Seriously, stop with that horse shit. I know a lot of families. I know a lot of Republican families. I know a lot of liberal families, Democrat families, progressive families that honestly right now, with the way that the economy is, would use that money to buy food, pay off some debt, and maybe have a little bit of enjoyment in their life, because they are so overburdened with the cost of food, gas, energy. We have renewable new energy, green energy. It's going to bring the prices up, never down. LED lights will bring your power bill down. My electric bill keeps going up. Where's the savings? Lied to yet again. But with that, we're going to stop. I've rambled enough. Hopefully you found this one fun. Hey, remember, as we always say, like, subscribe, share, check out the affiliates, all that good stuff. And the structure of the show is going to start changing a bit. I'm going to start doing more news topics and how it relates to prepping and self-reliance. And don't forget, I'll still have an occasional everyday carry, because we have to know what we carry every day. But we'll still be doing a couple of everyday carries. I might start incorporating some product reviews and stuff like that. And if you like what you hear, remember, subscribe. Help me hit that 500 mark. Comment. And the two of you with the thumbs down always, where are you at? Come on, I need my algorithm. Come on, help me out. Thumbs down. The two of you, come on. You got to help my algorithm. The ones that give me the likes, awesome. You're killing the algorithm for me. I appreciate it. This will be cut down into shorts as always. And be sure to check out the affiliates. We have Kofifi, Blackout Coffee Company. Kofifi. Jace Medical stuff. They even got food storage stuff now. You want the antibiotics, first aid kits, Refuge Medical. You want to get your first aid kits from Refuge Medical. Get your training from Refuge Medical. Best American made. American families do it. Small business. Come on, guys. I like to support small business. Meanwhile, you go to my freaking medic. Come on. Refuge Medical. Is it cheap? No. Is it good? Yeah. Highest quality. Best stuff. Firecracker Farms. That's my new affiliate. Firecracker Farms, guys. Come on. Hot salt. You get a little... You can be so bougie when you're out and about. I got my EDC salt. Yeah. I got one ordered. I'm waiting for it. Yeah. Hot salt. Because we like it spicy. Okay. With that, I'm out. Shalom, everybody. Watch your six.